All right, I'm back out here at Brambleberry, and this is the next day after trying to put the dam in that first day. And I think the verdict is clear that it's not holding water well enough. So I'll give you a look here. And as you can see, there's some water pooled up there in the front of the dam. And then back behind it, it is, collecting back here, so it's up to the pipe level now, the outlet pipe. I don't know if you can tell that or not in this video, but it's also not filling up like it should be. So there's got to be some leakage going on down there. So we're gonna have to remedy that today before we move on. Okay, so I got a bag of bentonite from the farm supply store, and I've never used this stuff, so we'll see how it goes. It's not what I expected it would look like. I thought it would be like powdery, but it's granular. I don't know if you can see, yeah, you can see that. Little granules. I guess when you mix them with the water, they kind of expand and disperse. Yeah, they do kind of like break apart. Okay, and I needed a scoop, so I happen to have a little Pringles can, pizza flavored. Do what you gotta do. It works. I guess kind of sprinkle that in there around the base of the dam. I don't have any clue as to how much of it I even need. I gotta get some up underneath that outlet there. I'm kind of at a, I guess a pausing point again, because I need to see if it's actually working. So my thought is, after putting that stuff in there, the water level at the outflow pipe's probably about halfway up. So I'm just gonna wait and see. I don't know how long it'll take if I notice it to fill up to the top of that, or maybe just a little further. I don't know. Like I said, this is a it is a very slow seep, but it does fill up, or it has continued to fill up. So we'll just kind of see what happens. And I don't know if this is the right thing to do or not, but I did sprinkle some of that around in the like the sides of the dig out there where, well, I guess I could just show you, that would be easier. So you can see I kind of just sprinkle it around in there along the sides here and down in that hole a little bit. But most of it, the concentration is up there, because I think that's where most of it's gonna seep out. And you know, when it's running this slow, like if you had like a fast running spring, I'm sure it wouldn't matter as much if you lost some, but when it's running this slow, we want to capture as much as we can. Yeah, so while I'm kind of waiting to see what the dam is doing, I'm gonna use that time to start gathering some rock, because that's the next step after, well, when I put the pipes in, I'll have to put some rocks down first, and then put the pipes in, then cover over that with some rocks too. And I think I'm gonna use some bigger stuff in there to begin with, and then kind of fill around it with smaller stuff. At least that's the plan. Might change. And I'm gonna gather rocks probably down here from the creek instead of buying stuff, because there's rocks all over the place. Why buy rocks? I say that, and I spent, you know, thousands of dollars bringing in rocks to build a road. So So this isn't going to be perfect, but I've got a bucket here full of water, and making some use of this to put rocks I gather in. I'm just picking them up and I'm dunking them in here and rinsing them off a little bit and then putting them over here. And I'm not going to get all the dirt off of them, but if I can get some of it off, most of it off, then that'll be fine. And just in case you were wondering, which you probably weren't, I am using a trusty hoe here to turn over rocks, so to make sure I don't grab a danger noodle in the process of grabbing a rock. So it looks to me like the bentonite may be helping a bit, and I'm hoping that once I kind of backfill around the dam there with some more clay, dirt, and stuff, it'll be enough to do it. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and move forward with doing that and starting to put some rocks and stuff in here. I got some rock gathered already, but I know I don't have enough yet, so I'm just gonna start out with what I got. All right, so I got some clay from up here and kind of filled in more around the sides of the dam there, and hopefully between that and the bentonite, that'll be enough to seal it up. So now onto some rock. So I'm realizing I'm gonna have to let the water drain out of this as I put rocks in. So there it goes at the end of that pipe. That is not going to be what the flow is, unfortunately. I would be very happy if that were, but it's gonna be less than that. It's just flowing out from where it's filled up to there, and eventually it'll get down to where it's not at the level of the pipe anymore. All right, I got the main line in there right now. Actually, having the water in there is kind of helpful because it's telling me where level is going across there. So I got a rock up under this end of it, kind of holding it up a little bit so that it's sloping down that way. And because of that, most of the holes are not under the water at this point, so we've slowed down here to just a drip for the time being. All right, so I just did make a little discovery here. This is why I'm kind of going slow. That fitting down there is leaking, and I think it's because I didn't put any tape, like a tape on that, and I also haven't glued that because I don't want to glue it at this point. So I just have to whenever I go to put this line in permanently here, I need to remember to put some tape on that. Otherwise, we're gonna be losing water out that fitting. Got a few more rocks in there. Now I'm getting ready to put on the overflow drain. All right, got the overflow drain stuck in there. And I actually have this, I think, going slightly downhill this way. And the reason why I did that is because if I have to shock this, and once again, this is all new to me, so this is just me talking. Don't take this as this is how you should do it. But anyway, that's how I'm doing it. Whenever I shock this, if I ever do, I want the stuff to come back in here and stay in the spring area instead of going out the overflow, because who cares if an overflow pipe is, you're not shocking that, you're wanting to shock this area back here. That's just my way of thinking. All right, we got some rocks in there. Need to go get some more now. I keep filling it up. Probably need to be getting some smaller stuff to go in there. And I was just debating about this area up here. This is not collecting water up in this area. Only these pipes back here are, and then they're coming through the dam up here. So I'm wondering if maybe I could take some clay and just fill in around this, but I don't know how well that would work. It'd make it a pain in the butt if I ever had to get in here and do work, so I guess I better just do rock. Well, I think I'm at a stopping point for today. Not feeling too well today, and it's pretty stinking hot out, so I think I better get out of here and go rest some. But I'll show you where I'm leaving off. Got a few more rocks thrown in there, but not a whole lot. Just need to go pick some more up. And then I took the pipe off and glued the fitting on the end of it there, so that's cured now. That needs to cure for a while before you can use it. And then with that off of there, this is actually dripping down, or dripping right out into the trench here. As you can see, there's some water there, so I think this is probably closer to what the flow looks like right now, which is basically a drip. So like I said, it ain't much, but it's something. And I think if we get some rain, it'll probably increase a bit. But I mean, I'm doing this to get some water, but I know it's kind of a lot of work for a very little amount of water. And I'm okay with that though, because I'm learning some stuff while I do this. So I think I'm more doing it for that aspect than anything else. But anywho, I'm getting out of here. That's where we're at for today. Have a good one.